What's happening, y'all? Welcome to another episode on the Stivers Homestead. Glad y'all are here. I'm Zach if you're new. So today I'm on my front porch, and so I'm thinking, what are we gonna do with all these windows that I got from Jess and Ma down at Roots of Refuge when we was there this past weekend? So we have a greenhouse. I'm not really in the spot right now where we need a second greenhouse just yet. Next winter, possibly. But I really like our little kind of mini high tunnel that we're doing with the cattle panels. So if we make another one, I'll probably do that again, just because it was easy, quick, and easy to throw up. So while we were sitting down there, with Jess and Maya and I was kind of talking, what would be some good ideas to do with these windows? What can we do? He had a genius idea, and I think we're gonna go through with it. So I gotta give him the credit for the idea, but we're gonna pull this bad boy off. So let's check out this porch that I got going on here. So as you all can see, I don't have anything on that end. Basically, what it boiled down to was two things. One, building a porch is really expensive, and at the time, we didn't have a whole lot of extra funds. It was mainly just, we wanted something to sit on. And two, we use a wood burning stove in the winter, and I have no other outbuildings, and it was very early when we did this, so I needed a place to store my wood that we collect in for the winter. So that's actually a spot that we do the wood, and I debated finishing this off, and we will eventually, but for this project we're going to use what's already existing. So as you can see, in this little corner where the two posts are, so from this post to that post, we are going to build a window sunroom. Jen has been wanting a sunroom, and this is gonna have some multiple purposes for it, but it's finally time to make that happen. I'm just gonna do it in this little corner, so it's gonna be kind of more for her tea garden that she has, and herbs throughout the year, and all the different things. So it's gonna kind of work like a little bit of a greenhouse, but also just a cool spot where we can hang out and stay warm, especially in the fall and winter days, and just have a nice place. As you can see, our little porch swings in here, but it'll be going out. I think it's gonna be a really cool idea. Also, we can use this window to help heat it in the winter, which will be really neat. So let me take you down on the grass so you can get a full view of what it's gonna look like, and we'll talk through some of the details and timing. This is where the sunroom's going, right here in this box from this post to this post, and we'll have it all the way up. One thing that we're gonna do is, as you can see, the deck, that's gonna allow a lot of airflow in, so I'm gonna actually go underneath and put plastic on the bottom. Then I'll probably finish it with some of that spray foam. That way we don't have any vents coming through and any air from there in the wintertime. I'm gonna have to do a lot of framing for these windows. I actually just got done watching Ma's complete video on his window greenhouse to just kind of get some techniques from him on framing up these windows and just making sure you have the right, because as you all can see, they're all different shapes and sizes. We got large, we got small, we got crooked, we got sideways, whatever you want to call it. We got every size. So I'm really gonna have to get good with kind of putting this jigsaw puzzle together on exactly how we're gonna do it. But the door is gonna be over here on this side to just go in and out from that area. And then it's gonna be windows and windows. So we'll do the bottom, probably maybe a foot or two, that's gonna be studded, and then I'll put up either some wood or something there so kids won't kick it out or whatever it may be. So we'll have that feeding down there on the bottom. That'll protect it from just anything kind of kicking, and you never know, even with a lawnmower when you sling stuff, they don't go too high, but you don't want them to hit your glass. So that's what we're gonna do to protect the bottom, then the rest will be windows. I'm also gonna have to throw some vents up at the top, so we'll have some heat out. Got a lot of things I gotta exactly figure out how we're gonna do it. But that's the plan. That's what we're gonna do with all of these windows, is make a window sunroom on this corner of our front porch. And I think it's gonna be absolutely amazing. I'm trying to think of some extra things that we can do to make this thing a little bit over the top. We'll probably put something in over the hangover so some light can come through. I'm thinking maybe that might be an area that I can do something a little more special for Jen, just to really make it our own. Once we get the structure up, I'll do some stuff on the inside with shelving and different stuff for her to have there. So we'll see, stand by. I'm hoping that I can get started on it this weekend, but it's definitely gonna take me a little bit to get that completed, just mainly with the framing of the windows. Once I have that in my head and narrowed down, I'll feel much more confident and I'll get it rolling. That's That's always my biggest thing. Right now I can see the picture, but I can't see the details. So I've got to get that on paper and start writing it out, and then I'll be able to make it come together. So I wanted to let you all know about this little window project that we'll be doing. I hope y'all are as excited as we are about it, because I know Jen is pumped. Thank you, Ma, for the suggestion and the idea. That is what we're gonna go through with it. We're not gonna make an animal house out of windows. That was funny. Jen suggested that, and it was just kind of funny. I told him, you ever seen a magnifying glass with an ant? What are you gonna do? Bless her heart, right? We love her to death. So let's just walk around our property just for a second. I want to show you a couple cool things that we've been seeing over the last few days. Y'all see this honeysuckle? We have it absolutely everywhere. Showed y'all that honeysuckle to kind of throw you a little tidbit for tomorrow's video. So a lot of y'all really enjoyed Jen's tea garden, which I did as well. I thought it was amazing. She does great at that stuff. So that honeysuckle, she doesn't just grow her tea, she also forages for it as well. So be ready for that one. That one's gonna be really cool to see how she does that. I'm pretty excited for her about it. This greenhouse is really getting empty. We've been giving a lot of plants away. We've sowed a lot more too, so that's been fun. So I think we're at a point where we don't have fear of wasting much or any at all, so that's exciting. But you can see our shelves. It's not near as green in here. We got a few flats left, but that's really about it in here. There's nothing. We've taken all the flowers out. So this is about to be turned back into storage until fall comes, or I don't know, maybe a little late summer when we start getting our winter crop started. But the tilled garden is doing great. The zucchini and the squash. Video coming for the pumpkins. And I know y'all have seen these in some videos, and not a single person said anything. Tell you what, that's Zach zinnias. Look at them. Woo! So if you're new to this channel, way back when we were seed starting, Jen was doing a bunch of tomatoes and peppers and doing all of our veggie starts and getting them the seeds in the plants. And she said, why don't you take over for a minute? And I said, well, what can I plant? She said, well, stick with the flowers. And I was like, I can't do any veggies. She said, let's start with flowers and see how you do, and then we'll go from there. Well, I went through a little flower pack, and I gotta tell you, I think I picked the right ones. I'm now able to do all kinds of planting since these are doing so well. But that's for a lot of the new subscribers, but all of the ones that have been around for a while. Y'all know how proud I am of these zinnias. They look great. I can't wait we need to get them somewhere else and really get them to thrive, but they look really good and they're pretty. We've got a couple new sprouts coming up. So there's an okra. And we know that they get very large. We've grown them before, so that's actually why we put them all around our onions, where the onions are, because they are getting close and starting to get really big. And so that okra will have all kinds of room right here to grow. All of our red Chinese noodle beans have made their appearance to the world and had their birthday here in the last couple days. And I'm also really excited about this lettuce. It's a tennis ball lettuce, which I think we've mentioned before, but they're really starting to form. We haven't been picking these and letting them regrow back. We actually want to see fully what they look like as a tennis ball head. We think that's gonna be pretty cool. It was one of our top 5 seeds that we wanted to grow this year. So they're doing really well. They're all thriving and looking really good. So we're excited that they're getting big and almost time to harvest. We're really getting there. I feel like this broccoli's over here growing 10 sizes about every day. See if I can get down here and you can see how big they are. Sometimes on these videos, they just really don't give them justice what they look like in real life, but man, they are really getting large. Things are popping out of nowhere and just making all kinds of exciting things happen. One of the last things I wanted to show you all today was our new little rabbit hutch. So on our live, I mentioned that we weren't gonna build one for our rabbit. I just have too many things going on. And so Grammy Karen actually bought us one off Amazon. So it looked really cool. We were really excited about it. Just something easy to put together and just throw the rabbit in there. Well, we got it yesterday. And to say that it's a little smaller than they expected would probably be an exaggeration. So here it is. And for reference, I'm sitting down. I'm not standing. So it's a very small little rabbit hutch. And when we first took it out, I think there was a little bit of a slight disappointment. However, this thing is just cute. That's the best way you can say it. And the rabbit absolutely loves it. Let's check it out. So here it is. It's just a little bitty hutch. It's got a door there for her water. There she is. She has been enjoying herself. It's also got a door on the bottom where she can run around in the grass. Got her a little ramp, and then just a little bit more area for her to run around. So one thing that Jen and I was thinking about, because as you all know, the rabbit trimmings that we call them, all that good stuff down there at the bottom, is like gold fertilizer and compost for your raised beds, gardens, whatever it is. So as y'all can see, we got this one just kind of situated right here. Oh, also, rabbits don't do the greatest in hot heat. They like a lot of shade. So right now in this video, you're seeing them in the sun, but it's around noonish time, so she's gonna get some heat. But we got her right beside this tree, so she gets basically 0 afternoon sun, so it stays nice and cool in there. Back to what I was saying though. So as you can see, we got it right here on the end of this raised bed. There is no fence on the backside, so she can't get her head far enough to eat any of the plants that are in there, so don't worry about that piece. But we were actually kind of thinking, how cool would it be if we had like one on each end of each raised bed, and then we could just pull the tray out and dump it into our garden. So each like raised bed has its own rabbit composting that you could do right there at the end of the raised bed. I don't know, I thought that was pretty cool and a pretty neat idea. They're small, they don't take up much room. The rabbit's gonna eat the grass that's on the bottom, so that helps us with weeds. We can mulch all around it, and cleaning out the rabbit cages is simple, quick, and easy. Y'all let me know what y'all think down in the comments if y'all think that might be a good idea or not. I almost forgot. The bush beans have made their way into the world as well. Y'all are probably wondering where in the world was Jen and the kids in this video. So Jen and the kids are in high gear learning homeschooling, and it's going extremely well. So they've been busy doing that, and then they had to actually run to our feed store and get some feed and get a couple other things for our animals. So they're out today, so I took over the vlog. We'll probably be back on our regular scheduled family vlogs that we normally have tomorrow, so don't stress, she'll be back. But since she's not here, I thought I'd have my zinnias beside me while we wrapped up this video. They're awesome. I love them. No, but y'all, I hope you all enjoyed today. It was just kind of an update. I know a lot of people were wondering what we were gonna do with those windows, so I wanted to make sure, I didn't want to drag it on too long because I didn't know exactly when I could get started, how long it was gonna take me to build it, so it could have been a long ride if I tried to keep that secret, and I would have eventually slipped it out. So like I said, we're gonna build a window sunroom on our front porch. It's gonna be really cool. I've got a lot of neat ideas in my head that I want to do. I just hope I can bring them forward. I am definitely not a carpenter. However, I have learned a few things here and there just building things here on the Homestead. So I'm gonna research up more and make sure I get myself ready to get the framing perfect, because I really want this to be perfect for Jen. It's something that she has asked for, and then when we got these windows, it didn't even click until Maya mentioned it. So we're excited about it. I'm excited about all the new sprouts, the Chinese noodle beans, the okra, the bush beans, those, don't say it, thing came right down and hit me right in the face. Black radishes, the Swiss chard. A lot of the stuff is our cooler things, so I'm hoping we can get everything, we don't get too hot and it starts killing everything off. But they're a good size. We should be harvesting here hopefully in the near future. But our tomatoes are rocking it. They're getting bigger than ever. The cucumbers are starting to find the trellises and starting to try to grow up that. The thing I'm most impressed about, I think, in this garden is our peppers. If you don't know, peppers take a really long time to germinate. It's not so much that their germination success rate is bad, it's just the length of time it takes. So you really have to kind of judge it well and hope that you get as many germination or as many germinated as you would like to have. So that is a little bit rougher, but it's mainly just how long it takes to get them to pop up. Ours took really long. We just did them traditional, and we actually had an ant problem that kind of caused some issues with one flat. But they finally sprouted, and they weren't anything like our tomato starts that, you know, like we have here. Nothing that good a size. They were much smaller. I don't think we have any sitting over here. They were probably, probably not near as big as you would anybody else put in the ground. You probably preferred them a lot bigger, which we would as well. But we wanted to get it done. We wanted to get them in there. All of them though are really thriving. They've already tripled in size and looking really good. Peppers are my favorite thing to grow in a garden. I love tomatoes and I love canning. I love what Jen can do with everything. I really enjoy seeing the different like colors and varieties of tomatoes. My two favorite are the white cherries and the black brandywines to grow this year. And I think it's just because they're different. But when it comes to actually consumption and eating, it's for sure the peppers, because I can put a pepper in about everything and really enjoy it. So I'm excited that they're kicking off and taking off. So that's a whole lot of fun. What to look forward to the remainder of the week, because it's already Wednesday. Can y'all believe that? So we got a lot of fun stuff that's coming up. The closer we get to the weekend is when really the projects really start kicking in high gear, because I have the whole day to be able to do something. I don't have to work throughout the day once the weekend hits, which I know a lot of you all go through this as well. It has to take a lot of time management to make sure you get everything that you need done. But what we got going on this week, you're going to see some foraging. You're going to meet someone this weekend. They are not a YouTube channel. It was actually the best man in Jen's wedding. We're still best friends. We always will be. We both have busy lives, so we don't get to see each other that often, but every once in a while he's able to come down this weekend and stay. So we're gonna put him to work. So y'all see him on a video. What else we got going on? I gotta mow at some point. It is crazy how fast the grass is growing. We wish and wish for spring, and the next thing you know, bam, here comes the grass. We mowed about a week and a half ago, and it looks like we haven't touched it, so we got to do that. And I am also trying to figure out more about bees. I want to make sure that we are as prepared as possible before we get these bad boys. Last thing I want is to get a swarm and either lose them all or they move on or whatever it may be. So I want to make sure that I have everything up here. So I've been talking to a lot of people about that. But that's kind of what we got going on here at the Stivers Homestead. Right now, a lot of it's just the waiting game, you know. All the plants are doing well, and it's just sitting back and waiting. I come out here and check about every couple of hours to see anything new's happen. Oh, we also got to get pumpkins planted, so that'll be happening as well, either this week or this weekend. So we got to make that happen pronto. I also got to figure out somewhere for Jen's sunflowers. I don't know. Y'all seen our yard? Comment below, let me know where y'all think we should put the sunflowers. Should we go across the fence line? Should we do something around the raised beds? Front yard? Really, anything's open. Y'all let me know what y'all think might be the best. Well, I think I'm done rambling for this vlog. I really hope y'all enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You know, sometimes just doing a solo vlog isn't so bad, but then I think I'm talking way too much. It's kind of nice when I got Jen to help buffer and we go back and forth with each other. But I hope you all enjoyed it. Me and the zinnias, we sure enjoyed hanging out with you. Oh, Mimsy's garden. If y'all don't know Anna, you need to go check her out. She also grew some zinnias and she called them ZZ Tops. It's Zach Zinnias. I thought that was awesome. So we got a bunch of ZZ Tops hanging around. So if y'all are growing some zinnias too, got you a new name for them. All right, y'all. No more Southern goodbyes. I'm seriously done this time. You all have a good rest of your day. I hope y'all enjoy this video, and we'll catch you again on the next one. Bye.